yesterday. Haven't moved a thing. Haven't moved a nickel. Haven't moved a cent. It's time to do that. Good to have you with us. I found a bank bag in the Kia Rondo. We're going to use that to take these to the bank at some point here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. So I've got this bag here that I've been putting coins into it. That's where we save them. Then later on, we'll go through them. So I'm going to put all these guys in. If they're really good, we'll put them in a holder. We're keeping the 1974s also. They just fall in the back here. That one right there. Then we got the 1942 penny we found yesterday. All this copper. I'll load up the bag from yesterday's finds. We'll weigh our copper, and what we're going to do is we're not going to do like a massive industrial melting of coins. Island Jenny, how you doing? Diane McMahon. We're going to take some of the copper pennies and some other copper stuff that I have. We're going to melt it together. We're going to make copper ingots is what we're going to do. And we're going to sell those copper ingots. They're going to be loon ingots is what we're going to make. That's my plan. What's up, Gail Mott? What's up, Tina H? Dennis O'Neill. So look forward to loon ingots coming soon. They're going to be copper ingots that we make specifically handmade on this channel. That's coming up. That's one of the things I want to do. I haven't done that for years and years and years. We can do some silver. We can do all kinds of stuff that way. Let's pull out 5 rolls of pennies. Let's pull out 5 rolls of nickels. And then we'll pull out a box of hockey cards and see what we can get through tonight. Allegedly. 2, 3. Come on. 4 and 5. Angie's here. Rhonda Walker, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us late night. D. Baldy. You guys are awesome, guys and gals. When we say guys, of course, we mean non-genetically. It's the hey, you guys kind of a guy, allegedly. And we'll do what like we did yesterday. If we find something cool, we'll go ahead and pull the camera up close on it. Are you back in the United States or are you still doing your overseas stuff? What's up, Real Braun? Right there, the middle one, what do we get? We got some junk, that's what we got. The other one's 23, 22, 19. There's a 2004. Yeah. I like the nickels because you can still find some silver in it. Gotta love the silver. $96p, we're gonna keep that one. It's in good shape. Those mid-90s. There's a 1971 in pretty good shape. So look at this here. This is not uncirculated, but it's certainly not beat up. Great design elements in the hair, the cheekbones. No gouges, no major damage to it. So that's a good one from 1971. How old is that? Coach, Tina wants Cleopatra Kino noises in her room. I'll see what we can do. 1977. That's easily obtainable. It's going to cost you. Got to get that person that does the soundtrack to create a specific Loonfest Kino noise soundtrack for you. It's at 2015p. This is our late night post live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. It was decently fun. It wasn't great from a gaming perspective. I had fun doing it. Hopefully you guys had fun. You got no new subscribers on the previous one. Maybe we'll pick 1 or 2 up here. And don't forget to check out our newest channel, Looniverse Las Vegas. It's a channel called Looniverse Las Vegas. And you can subscribe to that very simply by going to it, clicking on the button, and helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. Currently, we're 247-ish. Here's a 2008. We talked about him yesterday being a low mintage coin, but let's look at the damage on this one here. Unfortunately, right there in the field, you can see the gash, the gouge in there. Because that's a prominent area that's supposed to be flat and perfect, that just destroys the coin. It's not worth holding on to. There it is. Thank you, Angie, for doing that. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. If you can pick up a few more, get to 250, we'll be at 25% of the way. We have over 200 hours of viewing on that channel now. Got some neat shorts over there that we couldn't put anywhere else. So if you want to check out my shorts, go over there. All right, we'll do the nickels first, and we'll do the pennies. There we go. Shout out to Fernando. I was watching Fernando Super Friends New York the other day. Had some the 420 festival going on. He was out doing his thing. And also to Finding Ian. Hopefully you're doing well. There's another 2008. Scratch, but not bad. No gash. 13P. 2002s, 1990s. Looking for those 2009s. No 2024s. Oh, it's 75. 1975. The mint mark's where it's supposed to be. The coin is damaged, so we're not keeping it. Mint mark in the right location. Look for that floating mint mark one. Also, we haven't found any Canadian, which is unusual. Usually we find some Canadian when we could do these rolls, especially in Vegas. Back in the day when the coins were taken in the machines, because the Canadian nickel and the U.S. nickel were very similar back then. There's a 1982. We'll keep that one. 93P. This is a good roll with some different dates on it. So this is a 1982. My sister-in-law gave me my grandparents' table. Table had lips so it can cover the surface with my 74 pennies. And I had glass to secure the pennies so they don't have to glue the pennies. Oh, very cool. Remember a song called Put Another Nickel in the Nickelodeon? I don't remember that one, but that's cool. There's 1982. Is that Denver or Philadelphia? Again, a lot of these dies wore out because they made so many damn coins. That's Denver. 1982 Denver. Worth saving no matter what. All 82s and 83s. Put them all aside. 73. So the pennies we keep because they have copper in them. These all have copper and nickel in them. When we get our heat set, our burner, our blowtorch, whatever it is we use to melt the copper pennies to make ingots, we'll probably melt a few of these nickels too. Got a few 64 Kennedy halves, very nice. Nice silver $50. Seen a lot of homeless people on live tonight that need some quarters. Cool. Let me know where you're going to be handing out your quarters and we'll come film you. That'd be great. Appreciate that. That's a good charity. That's nice of you. Hopefully that's close by because I'm not traveling anywhere. Thanks for pointing that out. That's fantastic. Homeless people don't want coins anyway. They want dollars. Hard to keep a pocket full of coins. Back in the day, they do coins. They could cash them in a casino here in Vegas, but not anymore. 1962, Denver. 1916, Philadelphia. 2000, 90p. 84. 84 should be scarcer than it is, but it was coming out of a bad economy. They started cranking it up again. 78D, but it's ugly. There's so many nickels out there. There is no coin shortage. The bank that I was getting my pennies from told me they're not going to order me anymore. So they say. We'll see what happens. They just don't want to have them all stacked up in their vault. So I'll be happy to go in every once in a while and get more. Just won't do 10 at a time. They could have told me no. They didn't have to, you know. They want drugs. They want drugs. A lot of people want drugs. Yeah, they stopped making pennies temporarily. It's always made more than it costs more than a penny. But here's the deal. A penny does not have one use. All right? So the penny is not designed to be used one time. So let's say it costs 3 cents to make a penny. And so you spend it, then you get it in change and you spend it again. Then you get it in change and you spend it again. All of a sudden your unit cost is 1 cent each. Then you spend it again, now it's below a penny, and so on and so forth. The problem is you, your grandma, your uncle, and your auntie all put pennies in your sock drawer and you don't put them back in circulation. And so they have to keep making pennies because you won't circulate them because they're not worth that much. But instead of paying extra taxes because you're lazy, take them back to the bank, put them in a Coinstar, do whatever with them. There's plenty of coins out there. They make upwards of $6 billion a year. Yeah, it costs more than a nickel to make a nickel too. The only coin that really makes money is the dime, and then we got a nice older coin here, and then the dollars that don't circulate, they make bunches of. Is that a 47 or a 46 or a 48? What do we got here? It's a 1949. 1949. Very cool. I guessed every year but 1949. Take a look at it. Look at that right there. Well, I disagree with getting rid of the penny. Just, let's do the decimal system on our coinage. If it was $1, now it's 10 cents. Let's do that and really send inflation crazy. 1949, that's a pretty sweet coin right there. We like that one. Very cool. There used to be silver dimes. There's no more silver dimes. There's silver dimes for collector sets. You can find them periodically in rolls. Periodically. Not like a magazine that comes out once a month. Different type of periodically. Lots of Philadelphia. So this is a mixed box. We got some from the East Coast and some from the West Coast mixed into this box, which is nice. Because we don't find a lot of pea mints out here. Keep going here. Hello, what's going on? Palooka Achumi. Palooka Achumi. Nice to have you here. Jeff A. Lewis, I found a 39 nickel today. Cool. Did you check on the back for the mint mark? The D is scarce. The S is scarce. The P is not. But there is a variety of the 39 no mint mark with a double image that's worth some money. That's very cool. Indian pennies worth $1 a piece or so now. They used to be, quarter, then 50 cents and so on. They go up over time. There's a lot of real common ones for, as common as they can be for 100-plus-year-old coins. But certainly they're fun collectibles. I've found only a few in my life going through rolls, very few. Bought lots of them, sold lots of them. There's a 1983 Philadelphia. It's a pretty bad die, pretty well beat up. I'm actually going to throw that one back. Let me show you the worn out die on this one. 63 no mint mark, we'll keep that. Let me zoom in on this for you here. A jar full of pennies, you'll take it to the bank, go through them first. Got to go through them first. I'd put them in your sock drawer. There you go. See the P mint mark? Doesn't look like a P, it's just a blob on there. And look how beat up this coin is. That's too bad because in really good shape, that's like a $5 coin if it was real good shape, but that's garbage. That's been through a few slot machines and vending machines and someone's chewed on it and that kind of a thing. I know you couldn't buy a house for a nickel. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. It's not even close to a truth, unless you're talking about a dollhouse. Then probably back in the 1800s, you could have bought it for a nickel. I appreciate the offer there, though, or the offer of information. You have tons of my mom's Indian pennies. Cool. Those are the best. There's some really good ones. You want to look for the 09s, the 08s, and then the 1894, very good year. The older stuff. Used to have a couple rolls of the 1880, 1881, but they were common for Indian heads. Here's a real nice 1960. Look at this one. I wonder if paint pigment's going to be affected. I have no idea what that means. I appreciate you doing whatever drugs you're on. I'm coming out tonight. Look at this, 1960. Very good shape. 1960. Denver mint on the back. This is the non-bar nickel. There's a variety where there's a bar over the O in 60. This one doesn't have the bar over it. That's a real nice 1960. Look at that one. How old is that? Do the math. 65-year-old nickel. I don't do too much with paper currency. I collect what I can out of circulation, but I'm not a buyer and seller of it so much. The currency, there's some real good stuff out there, I guess. We do a lot with the star notes and such, mismatched things, error notes if we can find them. $2 bills, I got a lot. I'm holding on to my 1976 $2 bills. So next year, when they start promoting them on the home shopping networks and all that, I can load mine for a huge profit because they're 50 years old next year. Look at that. All right, that was cool. Yeah, full steps in circulation are difficult to find, not like way back. They used to mint half pennies. Oh, yeah, way back. Yeah, but then there's no need for them, exactly. And the reason that we have small pennies is because it costs too much to make the big pennies. There's a 1992 D. We're talking about the open and closed AMs yesterday. Let's see what we got here. In America, it is open. That's the easy one to find. If the A and the M in America were touching, that would be worth a lot of money, but not today. Hit the camera, sorry. Looking for the copper coins. There's a 1980, that's copper. Here's another copper candidate, 1971. Is that an S mint? Appreciate all the new folks here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Look at that. There's another S mint, 1971 S. I love that. Nice cheekbones on Lincoln. Memorial on the back. Let's see if we can find some more wheat cents. Thank you very much, Alex. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you all hanging out with us. If you watched the live earlier, we were looking for a new home casino here in Vegas. We tried a bunch of different places. I don't think we found it yet. We'll keep looking. Some really corroded bull crap there. All right, let's keep going. 31 thumbs up. Thank you very much. 143 people checking out the pennies. Oh, here's another one, 1973. That's copper. We'll probably melt that one down. 2019 Philadelphia. Some of the newer ones, there's, and if someone can tell me what it is, there's one that there's an extra VDB. It is a crime to steal pennies from my cash register. Yes, it is, but if it's under $750 or $950, nobody's going to do anything about it. It's also a crime to do a lot of other things that they don't prosecute. So, yeah, but if you reach into a cash register, that's usually pretty obvious. A penny is not a felony. If I thought it was the need a penny, take a penny. That's what I thought your sign meant. Take it out of the cash register. Need $1, take $1. Need a hooker, take a hooker. Whatever the policy is of that store. JP Vegas, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Awesome. We're looking for wheat pennies. We're looking for S mints. We're looking for the copper pennies from 1982 and before. We got a project going on. We're going to melt down and make copper ingots for the channel. We're going to have them stamped and weighed, and we're going to give them away, sell them, whatever. Oh, here's in 2009. All right, this is the Lincoln. There's 4 types of 2009. This is the one with the log cabin on the back from 2009. There's Abe. Collect them all. They're disappearing from circulation. What's the value of them? Each copper penny, like this one here, is about 3.5 cents. So that's, we used to say wheat pennies are worth 2 cents each, but the copper ones are worth 3 cents with melt value because there's that much copper in it. It's 95% copper. There's 1976 copper. This one looks like a copper one that's got crap on it. We're going to hold on to that from the 60s because it'll melt down nicely. Another 1960, looks like 62. 60s and 70s, you want to keep them all because it's fun to have a bag of pennies. And we showed yesterday, here's one that you can see the damage on it. You can see the zinc inside the pennies now. It's a copper-coated zinc penny. And so all the coin is zinc except for that light copper coating. In 1983 and 84, there's some coins that didn't get the copper coating. Those are worth a pretty good amount of money. Thought it was against the law to destroy U.S. coins. Not at all. Not at all. We can melt the crap out of them if you want. Here's a wheat penny. We got one. Look at that right there. Let's look at the back. There's no VDB on it, so it's not a 1909 probably. There's the wheat cent. If I could be any animal, what would I be? Yeah. 1944. Look at that. 1944, a warrior penny. It's got some good design still on the wheat stalks. Abe's got some face features. Nice, very fine looking coin. Yeah, if I had penny loafers, I'd be looking at them, especially if you get them way back in the day. That was awesome. See, that's why we do this. That one won't be melted, but this 75 will, because that's copper. That was so cool. Let's keep going here. Wheat pennies are great. We found a 1942 S yesterday, which is a difficult coin to find. I don't know that I've ever found another one in change in my collecting since 1976. How many years would that be? 86, 96, 06, 16, and 26. Next year will be 50 years of coin collecting. 50 years of coin collecting. What was the oldest coin I have? I got some ancient coins. I got stuff from back before Christ. Those BC coins are cool. Age is not necessarily the determining factor of value. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Look at this. Is Tina H with us? That's the scarce one. There's the S, the 1974 S. That's the one right there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That goes in the Tina H collection. What is the story on this bad boy? His name is Abraham Lincoln. He was our 16th president. And if you do some studying, or if you go back to school, you can figure out, oh, you're talking about the 74S? It's just it's the last S mint coin. I just thought you meant about this guy. He's also on the $5 bill. 1978, that's copper. Lincoln's been on a bunch of a bunch of stamps also. It's 1964. Lincoln's everywhere. He's got a car named after him. He's got a town car. 1979. 1980 again. Those are all copper. 3 cents a piece. Gotta love it. 1992. Here we go. Let's look at the back. 1992, Philadelphia Mint. Look at that right there, 1992. Let's take a look. Does that touch or not? Or is it untouching? Is this inappropriate touching or regular? It's a regular. You can see the A and the M in America are spread apart. That's right. Gotta love that $5 bill. It's also on some older currency, some state banknotes, that kind of stuff. So you got coins from the 1600s and 1800s? Yes, yes, got all kinds of stuff. You bet we do. They're not that hard to get. There's really, you can buy coins from the 1600s, you can buy coins from the 1200s, you can buy coins from the right after Christ, you can do all that kind of stuff. They're everywhere. There's a lot of ancient biblical coins, there's Caesars, there's all kinds of things out there that you can pick up. 92 and 97, 98, there's a bunch of years where they're touch and don't touch. And what it is the reverse of the proof set that got put into the circulation strikes on a bunch of it. There's a bunch of different years. I recommend you go out and get yourself this book. I got mine for $9 on Amazon. It was used. It's the 2025. Why do coins change so much? That's why they call it change. Change is good. Nothing there. Looking for the coppers. Also looking for the 83s, 84s, that kind of stuff. I don't like this design on the back, but it's the one we're stuck with. There's 1976 again. 13. A lot of the 80s have disappeared. 80, 76, like the 83s through 87, 88. A lot of them have just been destroyed. Here's a 1968 in pretty good shape. They started putting mint marks back on the coins in 68 after the 65, 6, and 7. They didn't have them. That's an S mint mark. Is that an S? It sure is. That's a very low mintage coin right there. Sorry, compared to the other ones. Pretty good shape, too. Look at that. Still has some mint luster on it. 1968 S. I'll show you something here in just a second about that. 1977. 1976 Philadelphia. 86. Another 92. Yep, we'll check that one here in a second. Junk, junk, junk. You can look at the back of these coins and know none of those are copper. All right, here's another 1992. Appreciate y'all being here. Is that one touching? I don't think so. I think it's just got some gunk between it. I'm going to take out my spyglass and take a look at it. I don't think you guys can see through the spyglass. I gotta figure out how to do that. Nope, not touching. It just has gunk on it. Just some gunk. All right, the 1968S. Let's go to the penny book. 1968. Come on. So 1974S, only 409 million made. Many, many have been destroyed, versus the 74D with 4.2 billion, and the 1974 regular 4.2 billion. So only 409 million of the 40, so about 10% of the 74S's of the other two. 1968S, right here, there was 1.7 billion of the regular 68, 2.8 billion of the 68D, and only 258 million of the 68S. So super scarce compared to the other two. That's what we're looking for. The 70S, there's a bunch of different kinds. 71S has 525 million, 72, 376, 73, 317 million, versus 3.5 billion and 3.7 billion coins. That's billion with a B. It's a lot of coins out there. There must be a lot of 64s. Yes, 64s, nickels, pennies, all that. The 64 was a year because in 65, 6, and 7, they didn't put mint marks because everyone was collecting rolls back then. And they wanted people to quit collecting so they would circulate. And so they tried to destroy collecting by making unmint marked coins. But they kept making the 64s into 65, 6, and 7. So they're, just because they have the date on it doesn't mean it's from that year. So the silver quarters and dimes from 64 could have been struck in 65, 6, or 7. And there's some different die varieties, but I don't think anyone kept information on it, so it'd be hard to tell. Any info on the 51 penny? There, yeah, I can show you here in a moment. 1975 is copper. Yeah, everyone's got money somewhere. Just take a look at it. 1966, here's one without the mint mark, but that's copper. 80s. Sorry, dropping them. 1980, that's copper. It's crappy, but it's copper. We'll melt that one down. Yeah, you can write on your paper money. Last time someone was prosecuted for writing on paper money was never. All right, let's take a look. 1951. You got it, 1951. There's the half cent. So we made half cents up till the what was the last year? 1857. Then it cost too much money. Then we had these big pennies, these huge pennies. And then it cost too much money to make the huge pennies. So in 1858, 1857, they made the small penny with the flying eagle on it to save money. Then they did it again in 1982 to save money. They made the zinc penny. So the government changes it all the time. So when you hear something like, we're not making pennies no more, could be or couldn't be, it changes all the time. The next administration could crank them right back up. You never know. It just doesn't matter. There's nothing we can do about it anyway. 1951. So the 51 Philadelphia has 284 million made. The Denver, very common at 625 million compared to the other years around here. But the S is only 136 million. So the S has a good value. Anything with the S mint mark is usually a very collectible for whatever reason. Can you check on the value of that yet? On the value of what? Let me see here. I don't know. I can't see. Can you check on the value of that yet? Jeff A. Lewis, I've been doing coins since 1976 up in Alaska when it was so freaking cold and couldn't leave the house. And I started going through coins like, oh my gosh. All right, let's do this one. Roll of nickels. And moments away from doing some sports cards. If you like sports cards, that's coming up. Pick up the pennies on the ground. There you go. 64. 23, junk, Still no 2024s, not one 2024 in circulation yet. We found, 1949, but we have not found a 2024. What year is that one? 1941. This one's garbage, beat up, scratched, painted. I'll show it to you here. We'll zoom in on it for you. If it was a 42 through 45, it might have been a silver one, but it's not. It's a 1941. A 61 quarter is probably about $5 in melt value. 25 times face. There, 1941. Horrible, horrible coin. It's a Philadelphia, so it's very common. So it's worth probably a nickel. Look at that one. We'll throw that one back into the lake. 63 nickel is not worth more than a 64. They're about the same. Unless, depending on the grade of it. If it's nice, choice, uncirculated with full steps, it could be worth a bunch, but those don't exist. That's why. 12D, we'll keep that one. 12s and 13s you should keep. 06, first year, this design. Oh, we got a buffalo nickel. 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 Buffalo nickel alert. Look at this. Look at this right here. Boom, baby. It's an old buffalo nickel, not the new one. And it has no date. So the date area was very high. They struck them very high and they wore off. There's a thing called nicodate. There's a chemical you can put on there and it eats away the soft metal around it. Sometimes you can see the top, like there might be a top of a number on there. Zoom in on it. Can't really tell. If you flip it over, there's also, this is the flat mound. If it had a higher mound on it, it'd be a 1913. But this could be any year. There's no mint mark and no date. But dateless buffalo nickels are collectible. People make belt buckles and different things out of it. So that's worth probably 25 cents. Look at that. Let's see if it's missing a leg. Nope, it's got all its legs. It's very cool. We got a buffalo nickel. Very cool. Oh, 1954 right behind it. Look at this. 1954. Is it the S Mint? 1954. And no mint mark. That's almost as good as the S Mint. The 54 no mint mark is almost as good as the S Mint. That's a good coin right there. 1954. So buffalo nickel and a 54 back to back. That means we're doing one more roll. See, here's the new buffalo nickel. It's so much different. Look at that. James Young, High Atop Resorts World. Very cool. Good to have you here. All right, one more roll, just because we found so much cool stuff in that one. That was fun. One more. I gotta start rolling some. We're actually gonna take all these different coins, so that'll be fun. See how much they take. We'll do that as a group. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It's very simple to do. We do all kinds of stuff. 2022, 1970, 2005, 15 Philadelphia. I want to find a silver one or an 09. They're worth about the same. One of these days we'll find a 2025. I guarantee it, maybe. I've had to buy rolls on eBay. I've never found one yet. I'm sorry, 2024 or 2025. Those are beat up. Here's 1959. Could have been a 39, but it's a 59. It's old but not valuable. Piece nickel. But we're going to open one more roll because of that. Ooh, a 1992, a very nice condition. 92 is a better year to keep in pennies and nickels. There's no AM issue on the nickel, but it was a scarcer year. 1974, nickel, not penny. All right, let's do one more. I think we found a vein of really cool stuff. Anytime you find a good vein. You have literally the best live on at this hour. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Oski. Good to have you here. What's been your biggest single coin profit you found? I have found an entire collection of wheat pennies. I found collections of silver. One time at McDonald's in Alaska, probably in the late 70s, early 80s, someone had spent a bunch of silver dimes, and so there was a bunch of mercury head dimes in the till. And so I bought my hamburger with a $10 bill, I believe it was, And I said, can I have my change in dimes, please? And they looked at me like I'm crazy, but they gave it all to me in dimes. And they were worth $1.90 a piece at the time. So I took them all down to the coin shop and sold them right away. That was awesome. I found lots of silver half dollars. I found Morgan and Peace dollars in bags of the Eisenhower dollars back when we had the casino that had the dollar slot machines in them. The most exciting, most valuable coin I ever found in a bag. My job was to go through the bags of coins for the coin shop up in Alaska and look for anything collectible. And in a bag with mostly half dollars, I found a 1916 obverse half dollar with the S mint mark. And it was in extra fine condition. And for junk silver price back then, that's back when silver was $50 an ounce. So it was, like $20 just the junk silver value, but it was a $385 coin. Let's see what it's worth today. The 1916S obverse half dollar. Look at this. There's varieties of the 2004 Wisconsin quarter. Has clash die, so it looks like it has extra leaves on the quarter there. So if you find it in uncirculated condition, there's $170 or $140, $225, $175. If they're circulated, they're worth less than that, but they're still worth a premium. And those are all in your change. Most of those were found in Tucson, Arizona. How about that? All right, let's go 1916 Walking Liberty half dollar. S obverse mint mark. Very fine. So extra fine right now is $1,000. $1,000 for that coin. They got it in a junk silver bag. It was in Fairbanks, Alaska. That's where I grew up. 1983 with some gunk on it. We'll break the gunk off. Looks like some gum. Let's see if it's a Denver or a Philadelphia. It's a Philadelphia. This is a good one. That's like a $3 coin right there. 1983 Philadelphia. Nice shape. $3 for that thing. I wouldn't sell it for anything less. 1969. Is that a D or an S? It's a D. That's a good coin right there. 1969 D. A lot of these were never saved, so if you find them in good condition, you want to hold on to them. And 84. 64 is nothing. All right. We'll do one more just because. They still use coins and slot machines. We use slips here in Maine. Yeah, no more coin slot machines for the most part. There is a couple of casinos that have specific coin areas for quarters and dollars. The El Cortez here in Las Vegas does that. But the what's it called? Ooh, we have a silver one. I believe we have a silver one. I believe it's a silver one. Could not be a silver one, but it might be a silver one. It's not a silver one. It's just ugly. Oh, it's too bad. I was excited there. I'll show you the one we found the other day. It's a 1944. We found this the other day. Where's it at? Right here. This one we were opening rolls, and this one came out. So 1944 is silver. And then you can tell because it has the big S mint mark on the back there. And this one we found on April 4th during our live stream. So very cool. Anyway, that's what we keep looking for. Those are worth a couple bucks each. Lots of Fun has coins. Yeah, but you're not allowed in there anymore because it's Circus. Ban them. 1982 or 83? 82. So if you were here earlier, you saw the 82. This one's a tinier, sharper 82 design. So the lettering and the numbers are different on these coins. This one's much sharper. Look at that. It's not as thick and not as bloated as the other one. So my theory is there's a couple different varieties. They haven't really come out with that. But anything 82, this one's probably a $3 coin as well. Very cool. Nice. Anything 1982 you want to save. 82 and 83 and 09 and 08 and 10. Just cause. There's another 83. We'll keep that one. 75. It's a 63, but it's scratched really big. It's on the end of a roll probably. There we go. All right, let's do some sports cards. What do you guys say? Let me grab a bag here. I'm going to change out the bag here. We're going to take out these half dollars. silver $50 right there. Those are the Franklin halves. And we're going to put these pennies and nickels in this bag to take it to the Coinstar. Give me a second here to take care of this. Spilling everywhere. If it was dimes and quarters, I would never think of Coinstar because of the commission that they charge on it. But hey, can you send me a list of the price of the different pennies? I can't do that so much as to refer you to getting one of these. It's very simple. I paid $9 for it on Amazon. You can get a used copy for a lot cheaper, but it lists every year and the mintages and varieties and all that kind of stuff on it. Certainly, if you were a channel member, I'd be happy to send you a list of what I collect. It's one of the perks of being a channel member. Let me get all this out of the way here. Push these guys back here because we don't want them to go into the Coinstar. And then we'll do some hockey cards. Look for some of those Hall of Famers now that I know their names. I wasn't paying attention before. I have to go through all my hockey cards and pull out all these Hall of Famers. My goodness, I've just been kicking them over to the boxes. So if you guys get the boxes during Loon Fest this year, there'll be all kinds of Hall of Fame hockey guys in there. I wasn't paying attention. All right, that's almost done here. Give me a second. Sorry. We clean up our mess. Clean up the ground now. All over the ground. Hey, Google, what's the price? Right here. If you're interested in these guys, it's a roll of 20 of them is $250 right now. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So that's one roll there. That'd be $250. That'd be another $250 right there. And then whatever this is, 25 times face. So that's 50, 75, 125. So that'd be $625 right there. Look at that. Imagine if you could go back in time and just save all that. Golden Knights did win tonight. Yes. Golden Knights did win. All right, let me grab a box of cards. And I'm going to go wash my hands real quick because I got gunk all over it. You guys can sit here and look at this for just a second. Don't go away. We'll be right back. I wish I had something that moved and you guys could watch that. Like the buffalo nickel slowly sliding down. Watch it move. I'm going to use magic. Let me get the gunk off my hands. Free. We are gunk free. We are gunk free. Get yourself a beverage. It's time for hockey cards. Look at that. We're going to enjoy ourselves a protein drink. Thank you, Coach, for the 74 pennies. I've been listening while doing laundry. Cool. That's what we're here for, to have fun and to share hobbies and joy and memories and all that kind of stuff. All right, this is a brand new unopened. Oh, sorry, I got to shake it first. Brand new unopened box. Delicious, sort of. Ugh. All right, that was great. Let's cut into this thing here. We're going to look for the Hall of Famers, the rookie cards, the guys that were up and coming back then that have gone on to be inducted in the NHL Hall of Fame. Come on. There we go. Come on, 99. That's right. Little Wayno. Little Gretzky action. The holograms are all Gretzky, I found out. So we found 3 Gretzky holograms last time. Here we go. Just like in a card shop. How long were we in Alaska? I grew up in Alaska. I was there from 1968 through 1997 was the last time I went up there. I lived there all the way up through high school, then on and off after that. Worked up there, did radio, sportscasting, all kinds of jobs. It was great. Made a living on sports cards for about 5 years up there. Steve Lamar, Andy May, Marty McSorley, not in the Hall of Fame. Looking for some Mighty Ducks. Chris Chelios, Wendell Clark, Norton, Mike Vernon. He's in the Hall of Fame. I found out that he is in the Hall of Fame. I've got a lot of Mike Vernon cards. Jeff Blomberg, this guy, and this guy. So I need to actually find the sleeves. Where'd this card sleeves go? Over here. Let's put him in a sleeve. Is it common for the upside down and backwards? Yes, in the Lindros is in the Hall of Fame too, yes, which is unusual. These upper deck are backwards, forwards, upside down, and all that, but they're in foil packs. They have not been searched, whereas the wax packs, yeah, we'll bust open a wax pack here too, show you the difference. All right, running out of space. Got to get a bigger studio. All right, up next, another pack. Fairbanks Golden Days, yeah, back in the day. I haven't been there last time was 97 I was up there. We took our oldest up there, but not the other two kids. Ryan Prop, Clint, Glenn, Mark, Claude, Kel, Dave, Rick Suter. I didn't see any of these guys' names on the list. If I miss any, that's your benefit. Want to go back? Not really. Not really. Not really. So in my 10-year high school reunion, I was on TV as a television weatherman in my hometown where I grew up. And my wife was working at a dinner place bar out by the airport on the river. And apparently, I think he's a Hall of Famer, they had a 10-year reunion, and they all showed up out at Pike's Landing, and she was talking to them and found out what it was, and she goes, oh, yeah, my husband graduated from that school. And they go, oh, yeah, we couldn't find him. And I'm on TV twice a night, Sergei Makarov, Hall of Fame, twice a night, and they act like they couldn't find me. So then 10 years later, I'm in Chicago. Didn't tell anyone where I went, just moved to Chicago. I'm working in the hotel business. I get an invite for my 20-year reunion. So I didn't go to that one either. I've never gone back. I don't know that there's any person I grew up with that I'd be like, oh my gosh, great to see you. Just a weird group of people up there who had very low ambition in life. One guy's desire was to be the head newspaper delivery guy up there. So yeah, it is what it is. I don't miss any of it. I don't miss any of it. I had bigger and better ambitions. So if you're up there in Fairbanks and you were part of that class, suck it. Vincent Damphouse, that guy, Joe Murphy. Come on, we need Gretzky, Jeff Cortnall, Jeff Norton. Nobody. Wow. You went to one and that was it? The Northern Lights, we saw them every night. Yeah, it's really nice up there. Alaska is a great place to visit. Go in the summertime unless you really want to experience the cold. People say, how cold does it get in Alaska? Well, there's a lot of different places, but where I grew up, the best way I can describe it is if you strip down naked, jump into a swimming pool, and crawl into your freezer, you could warm up. That's how cold it gets. It is miserable. Eric Wrench, Tom Barrasso, Iserman, Hall of Fame. My office is in Chicago. Was it last week? Ran into Geraldo Rivera in my hotel bar. Very cool. Very cool. Chicago's a great town. I loved it there, but it got real cold there with the wind. Yeah. Last winter, I was up in Fairbanks. I left my truck running for 3 straight weeks so that the engine wouldn't freeze up. It got so cold. Once it warmed up to 40 below zero, then you could shut it off periodically. Oh, yeah. Seconds to freeze water, pee, all that kind of stuff. Went on the Alaskan cruise. Cool. We used to hike glaciers. We used to go out to McKinley Park. I'd spend 2 to 3 weeks at a time out off the grid. It was back in the day when it wasn't child abuse to allow your kid to go do something. John Van Beesbrook, the Beezer. Jason Miller. Put him in the sleeve. You can see whales in Alaska. You can see whales in a lot of places, but Alaska, if you take the cruises down on the Inside Passage and all that, there's whales everywhere. There's whales all around, and there's a lot of indigenous folks that still hunt whales for subsistence living. They can harvest all kinds of natural resources up there because it's part of their culture. Oh, you love going to Valdez for salmon fishing? Yes. You ever go to Chitna for dip netting? The Copper River, there's a lot of great places. Oh, we got a Gretzky. But can we see anything? Can't really see anything on there, but we'll put it in a sleeve. It's not very good condition. It's got a runner right down the middle again like the other one. I think if you find a nice mint one, that'd be worth some money. It's a hologram. Mario Marios. Denny Savard, I believe he's a Hall of Famer from that list that I looked at. Ed Belfour rookie card. There we go. Ed Belfour rookie card. No Fish Paxson for Steelhead and Reds. Oh, cool. Yeah, we went to a glacier just outside of Paxson. Hiked that for 2 weeks. That was fun. I still live in Texas. We started living in Texas back in the about 2008. No, 2007 was when I first moved to San Antonio for a hotel job. 2007. Everyone else followed in 2008. Just want to make sure it was going to stick before I brought them all the way down there. San Antonio is a neat place. It's definitely a neat place. We lived in Helotes. Did you see I found a Reggie Jackson in one of the packs today? Oh, cool. Very nice. I didn't have a chance to do any of the emails or anything. That's cool. Reggie Jackson. Very nice. Very nice. It's awesome. A couple of Jeff Jacksons. Sergei Makarov. He's in the Hall of Fame. That's his rookie. Remember the Alamo? Yeah, the Alamo is really tiny. If you don't know what you're looking for, you drive past it 5 or 6 times. Hey, look who we got. Look who we got. Look who we got. Wayne Gretzky. The Wayno. The Wayneinator. I think those are his nicknames. Wayne Gretzky, 1990. There it is. Steve Michaels, what's going on? Good to see you. Collect cards, coins, and comics. Very cool. Noted Naked Gun actor, yes. So I'm watching the O.J. Simpson thing on Netflix right now. It's pretty cool. Getting all the backstory. Apparently he did something. Not sure. I haven't got to that point yet. They said something at Palace Station. We're just busting through a few packs. This is a coin stream, but we're doing some card packs by request. A few cards here before we call it an eve. Mario Lemieux's scoring streak. He's a Hall of Famer. Mario Lemieux. Super Mario. There's that. We're getting back-to-back. So card number 241. So card number 240 should have back-to-back coming soon. Hopefully there's someone good there. Adam Oates. Not sure if he made the haul. John Casey. Danielle Dory. Finding Dory. Frank Drebin. The Frank Drebin rookie, yes. I think John Casey, Minnesota North Stars. Adam Oates. Someday my kids will find all these cards and be like, oh my gosh, we're rich. Someday. Maybe. Allegedly. Do a couple more here. Adam Oates. Lots of dupes here. This is an unopened box too. Oates is in the hall. I don't think so. Hall and Oates, yes. That's what I'm thinking of. Brian Leitch. John Carter, Doug Gilmore. The other box had so much more in it. This is very disappointing so far. Let's dig down here. What's going on, Steve Miller? Oates is Hall of Fame? Cool. Oh, another Gretzky hologram. Let's put that one in a sleeve. Hagen fingerprints on him. Glad I washed my hands. Is that the same one? It's like the same one. So like, yeah, we got a bunch of the same ones in the other box. Marty McSorley. Brett Hull. He's in the Hall. St. Louis Blues great. Brett Hull. Looking for a Patrick Waugh because he was a Avalanche. Not at this time. They didn't exist. Checklist. Gary Lehman. Craig Simpson. Yeah, no, you don't want to doctor anything with any chemicals or anything. It is what it is. Better to leave the fingerprint on it than to try to doctor it. Denny Savard again. Courtnall. Aaron Broughton. That guy. Adam Kerr. Alan Kerr again. I don't know why I keep opening. I'm not finding anything here. Hull and Oates, yes. Best hockey team. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. We go live often. Join us. It should be tomorrow or the next day. I should be getting some more cards in the mail. And then when we open new boxes, we do a giveaway at the end of that. That's coming up as soon as I get these boxes in. I don't know why they're taking so long to ship them to me. Maybe Ron Francis is. Is that a Gretzky? Another Gretzky. This is the award winner Gretzky. Tim Chevdale, Tim Kerr again. I mean, how many did we find in that other box with like Yari Curry and all that? So I'm wondering if they in the box that the guy sent these to me from, he picked three, like a stack of three in a row. That might be Ron Francis. Good, yes. Yeah. Wayne is still your favorite player. We'll do one more because I'm curious to see what's going to happen at the bottom here. One more. And then I'll see if I got some more of those 90s. I think we opened the whole box. Sean Burke. Sergei Makarov. He's a holla. Craig Janey. Hart Trophy. Mark Messier. Yeah. Mike Richter's Hall of Fame. I didn't realize that. Mike Modano, we saw. All right, put these away. We'll open another box another day. But I have, I think, 89 tops here, too. We'll open a couple of those to show you how nasty it is. If you're new to the channel. Yeah. Oh, my bad. There we go. Ah. Got a few of these. Got a few of these. There we go. This one's got the nasty gum in it. All right, let's bust a couple of these open. Kurt McCaskill, Mike Morgan, Robinson, Chamberlain, Glavin. He's in the Hall. The baseball Hall, not hockey. He did play hockey, though. I never eat the gum. No, not since way back. It was bad when it first came out. Ryan Sandberg, he's in the Hall. Power hitting second baseman for the Cubs back in the early 90s. Set records for second baseman home runs. Russ Morman, Steve Cersei, and what do we got there? Jose Canseco. Yeah, how about that? Stack over here. 89 tops. $1,000 to eat the gum live on live. Okay, give me the 1,000 and I will do it. I will do it right now for $1,000. I'll eat this piece of gum for $1,000. Pat Sant, let's do it. Or Pat Sant. I'm waiting. I'll even chew the cardboard on the card itself, a Kirby Puckett card. I will eat it. So $1,000, let's go. Or are you just a tiny penis person trying to be stupid? I guess we're going tiny penis. Okay. Don't make a challenge unless you're willing to back it up. That's really yeah. Cal Daniels, Jamie Quirk, Rick Hudler, Roger Clemens. Sorry to hear about your penis. Pete Cavilla, Willie Randolph, Mackie Sasser, Dale Mahorick, Greg Harris, Bob Boone. Another Bob Boone. That's a different Bob Boone. There it is right there. We'll put that up there with the other Bob Boone. Hasn't been shipped yet. Tiny penis. That's it. That's right. Put up or shut up. Yeah, for 1,001, I'll eat the Alvin Davis too. Yeah. Just hang out for a little while. Your mom will bring you your mac and cheese. You'll be fine. I go for some mac and cheese. Jack Howell, Fred Lynn, Jose Lind, Chuck Krim, Pat Tabler, Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, Aldretti, Greg Harris, Chris Carpenter, I believe that's his rookie. He was one of the early good pitchers. And Oral. People like Oral Hershiser better than Anal Hershiser. Need some hot dogs, cut it up. Yeah. Brian Harvey, Kirby Puckett, Hall of Famer. There we go. Mike Morgan, Don Robinson. A Mikey Mantle would be great. If you find a Mikey Mantle, I would put it up for auction. If we can get a Mikey Mantle. Tom Glavine, Hall of Fame. It's almost like a duplicate pack again. Carl Nichols, Rex Hudler, Ryan Sandberg again. Duplicates. I'll trade you a Ryan Sandberg, Tom Glavine, and a Kirby Puckett for a Mickey Mantle. There we go. Couple more here. We're just killing time here at the end, trying to get it to, oh, it is an hour. Trying to make it a full hour, but we're already, there we go. Willie Banks with the insert. That's where we want to get the Nolan Ryan or the Ricky Hendersons. No Dottie Henson cars. No, not in here. They got a pack of their own. Bover, Bell, Olerud, Whitaker, Roberto Kelly, Tony Pena, Chuck Krim. Two more of these. Thank you all for being here. You can still hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. You can rub up against it if you want to. Whatever makes you happy. Terry Mulholland, Merker, Owen, Vizquel, McLemore, Polonia, Gladden, King, Gordon, Gibson, Weiss, Walt Weiss, Finley, Shane Mack, Leo Gomes, and finally, appreciate you all very much for being here. It's been fun. Over an hour of this, along with what we did earlier. This will go into circle chat for a little bit. You guys can chat amongst yourselves when we're done. I have to go do a human nature thing coming up here. There's the Leaf set card. It's a special insert, not worth anything. Mark Portugal, Contendo, Tom Hurd, Jimmy Key, Jay Howell, Matt Williams, Tom Browning, Randy Reddy, Dave Justice, Bobby Witt. Another one. We got 2 in 1 pack. Super scarce. That guy and that guy. You watched that last Major League movie with the Buzz versus the Twins? I'm not sure which Major League movie that was. Was that with the kid that inherited the team? That was a great movie. None of this is worth anything, bud. That's true. That's absolutely true. Thanks to Eric Benson for being a dipshit. Oh, I was going to have a chat with Eric Benson, who has no life. This is absolutely worthless, Eric, and you're watching it. So what does that make you? We're going to do one more for you. This is for Eric. It's worthless. Piece of gum. Look at that. Worthless. Worthless, Eric. Canal GR from Brazil's checking in. There's Tim Raines. He's worthless. Hall of Famer. Checklist is worthless. Cannot be worth less. They're worthless. Sid Fernandez, Eric Shaw, that guy, that guy, that guy. Ron Hassey. Let's see if there's a pitching line on the back. There's Bob Walk. It's a sequel to Major League with the Indians. Oh, okay. I don't know if I watched that one. I'm not sure if I got into that too deep. I think Eric is mad because he's more worthless than the gum. Oh, don't feel that way, Eric. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here at midnight, Las Vegas time. What time is it where you're at? Appreciate you joining us. Nasty, nasty gum. I'm going to go wash my hands, get the, Bob Welch was the line missing. Thank you. And we're going to put our coins that we found today in here, including our 1944 wheat cent, our buffalo nickel. All goes into the bag. One day we'll put sets together. We will use these coins for our sets. All except we'll be out of 1974 pennies. We won't have one 1974 penny at that point. We'll have to buy some on eBay. Very cool. This is going to do the circle chat. You're going to see the spinny thing. You guys can chat away. And periodically you might see Bo Jackson show up. Count how many times you see Bo tonight. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.